What is good, YouTube? It's Coach Ryan Rizuki, and today's main focus is contact. I'm going to show you how to draw contact in 3 different levels to be a much better ball handler and finisher. Now, the number one thing is to understand the different levels of dribbling and that you must be able to control the ball. Of course, you can see me able to handle the ball. That's not an issue. Next is going to be handling your body, being able to do the same move with different footwork. And you can see here I can cross over and step with the ball, or I can cross over and step away from the ball. Now, if I can control the basketball and control my body, those 2 things are the first 2 and most primary ways that you need to handle the ball. Next is going to be controlling your defender. If you can control the ball, you can control your pace, you can control your tempo, you can control your body. Those things are first and foremost, and lastly, you must then be able to control your defender. So a very simple rule here is this: if any time a defender puts their hands on you, you do your job to take those hands off. And there are, of course, many different ways to do that, but the easiest and best way to learn how to do this is to swipe it off the same way that you see me doing here. You can also attack their hips, and you can also attack their calves or their ankles, but you've got to get their hands off of you at all times. You can never let someone put their hands on you. If you don't have someone to practice this with, you can always do it with a tennis ball or another basketball, but it's a really good way to use your off arm and just quicken your dribbles, so that way you can learn to take people's hands off of you while also being able to have a quick and controlled pace with the basketball. So rule number 1 is to not let someone put their hands on you. Now, we're going to be talking about the levels of contact. So from here, you can notice that as I'm dribbling, I'm going to be drawing contact here at the same time. This is level 1. This is something that all players need to learn how to do: dribble and draw contact at the same time. If you've watched some Chris Paul or some Devin Booker, you see how amazing they are at drawing a lot of contact and putting their defender in the best position for the offensive player or themselves to succeed. The more that you can draw contact while dribbling, it's normally a good thing. You can always be confrontational, or you can be really shifty and be separational. But learning to do both is extremely important. Now, obviously, you're only allowed to draw as much contact as the referees will allow you to draw. So for some reason they want to call a bunch of offensive fouls, which is rare, then you have to be careful of that and you have to make adjustments. Do not extend the arm like I'm showing you here. Don't overextend and push your defender, but you absolutely want to draw a ton of contact, as much as the refs will allow you to. And if they start to call offensive fouls, then you can lay off a little bit. But I would always rather have a player who's more aggressive than have someone who's afraid of contact and afraid of pressure. Now, the best ball handlers are great at using their off arm to create separation downhill to the basket, or to create separation for their shots as well. So you can see here that I nudged Dominic through and pushed my defender just a little bit more to carry their momentum before I go into my shot. And if I can help him to carry his momentum and keep going to that right side, it's going to give me more separation here to the left. Again, you got to be careful not to overextend your arms, and you got to be careful not to show your referees that you're pushing too hard. But it is absolutely okay to give a little bit of a nudge there. And playing in that gray area and understanding how to really get the extra advantage without overdoing it is huge if you want to play basketball at an elite level. Now, going into level 2, you must be able to draw contact, of course, while you dribble. But next is going to be drawing contact as you pick the ball up. So if you see here that I pick the ball up away from my defense, I'm going to take my steps into them, and this is going to be level 2 of your contact. So number 1, draw contact while you dribble. Number 2, draw contact while the ball is being picked up or after it's picked up, on your 2 steps or on your pro hop or on your certain moves that will allow you to draw contact after you've picked up the ball. Now, level 3 of your contact is going to be drawing contact in the air. And there are multiple ways to do this, but one of the best ways to do it is to draw contact by jumping into or on top of your defender. You can hold them off with one hand, or you can just straight up jump into them. You can get the ball going to the rim, bring it back to the shoulder, or you can just extend the ball. There are many different ways to do this, all of them being effective. And so if you learn how to draw contact while you dribble, you learn how to draw contact while you pick it up, and you also learn how to draw contact in the air, all 3 of those things will allow you to be a much better basketball player, because now you can create the separation that you need to be able to handle pressure. If this video was helpful to you, make sure that you drop a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm dropping a ton of new drills and content and things that I want to show you to help you to reach your goals and your bigger picture. Now, for those of you interested in getting a shooting breakdown and having me look at your shot, your specific shot, make sure that you follow me on Instagram at R2Bball. Shoot me a DM and I'll tell you what the cost is. It is fairly cheap, but it's a great way to have a professional look at your shot and tell you exactly what you need to fix in yours. Make sure to comment down below what tutorial you need next or what drills you need next, because I'm going to be putting out some new drills and some new videos coming this week. I'll catch you guys in the next one.